yeah, this discussion was with Maud was really enjoyable and stuff like that, but how can I say that, like, it moved things in me, like fear and anxiety, mostly about the money, because she kept telling me, like, even if you don't pay anyone because you write the text and you're taking the pictures and stuff like that, you won't be able to make yourself a salary. And I knew that, but it's really different between like knowing it and experience it in your body. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but it was, and it moved everything like that for me yesterday, and so I was not able to fall asleep. Yeah, I turned things in my mind for 3 hours maybe, and then I was like, okay, I can't just keep rolling in my head, I need to write things down, because otherwise I will go crazy. So I took a notebook. I took a notebook and I wrote everything that came in my mind, what I needed to do and what I needed to think about and stuff like that. And at the end I was like, okay, I'm not, like, my eyes were really sleepy, but not my mind at all. So usually when that does that, but it helped me to have like a hot beverage, like it's not a tea but with some plants, and it's supposed to help with anxiety. So I did that, and I just went to the living room and not in my bedroom, because I don't know, most of the people say you need to get up. If you can't fall asleep, don't stay in your bed. So I stayed for 2 hours, but then I went to the living room and I worked because I was anxious about the work. So I was like, yeah, I need to do stuff. And because I'm awake, I didn't want to look at screens, because, you know, with the blue light and stuff like that, it can you won't fall asleep because of this light. So I didn't want to look at screens, so I didn't want to I don't know, watch a movie, or even because I read a lot on my tablet, but because I didn't want to put my eyes on the screen, I didn't want to read. And yes, I work. And yesterday I I bought several notebooks. Yeah, I have too many notebooks, but so I have one. I don't know if I keep. Okay, so I work on my notebook, and the notebook will be in another vlog. Okay, so there is so much to do. I decided to be really minimalist with everything that is going on the web. So, for example, the few videos of interview I published, I tried to like put the question and stuff like that with the orange orange color. Anyway, I will not do that anymore because I can't do it. I can't write the question in my in the app I use for the editing of the video. So I need to be on my computer and use a software where I can export it in PNG because I want like transparency stuff. And then put it on like Google Drive and then take it in my app and then add it and blah blah blah. And I need to watch the video again and again to be sure I didn't to have the question, then to be sure I put them in the right place and stuff like that. It's there is no more. So it's too much work, and I think what is important in the video is the content, like really what they talk about. So I will stop do kind of editing. I will just edit maybe to put Voyage Chez Vous at the beginning and at the end, and maybe like cut some part if I feel the need. But yeah, I will do it the easiest way for me to be able to, because I have so much content and I don't, how can I say that, like it's harder for me to put them in line because I have so much to do, and if I have a really big amount of steps to do, I take too long to do it and I get discouraged and I don't put the content I want. So I prefer to go minimalist and don't edit the video, kind of, because I think the important thing is the content, and I don't think the content will how do you call it, like it's not necessary to add the question and stuff like that. And there is already the subtitles. I will do the subtitles, but maybe I won't do, I don't know if I will still put the written text under the article. I don't know yet. Yeah, and the vlogs and stuff like that, I won't put any music. I don't want to do like pretty, yeah, it's not really visual for now what I do, because I talk a lot and I think a lot, and but it's not really visual, so I don't have anything beautiful to show you. And to be honest with you, the graphical part is not my best part. Like it's not me that can add value in the graphical part. Maybe the videos that will be the more not difficult, but like the more research will be the video about the cities. But for the vlogs, I will just maybe add, like, they will be by subject, and yeah, we'll just put the sequences like that, and maybe add some text by hand on the blank area when I, for example, when I don't have a word or something like that. because that I can do it easily on my app. Okay, I'm still really anxious. Like, it's been 2 days now. It was really hard for me to fall asleep yesterday. So when I'm that anxious at night, I think about all the things that make me anxious. It's not really smart, but I can't help it. So maybe to talk about it here will help me somehow. So the first thing is, okay, for example, for the videos, I won't do the subtitles anymore. It takes me so long, and because it takes me so long, I'm kind of afraid to do it, and so it reschedule the video every time. So it's not good. So okay, because of this anxiety crisis, I'm like, okay, I need to do simple things. Like, it has to be the simplest things possible. So the subtitles, sorry, I won't do it again, because it takes me like maybe 2 hours for 10 minutes of videos, and I can't do that because it's too much. But the YouTube offers the community to do the subtitles, so feel free to do it if you want to. But yeah, I thought, like, because I see the Voyage Chez Vous as a trip, like as travel, I thought, okay, sometimes you find people that speak English and sometimes you don't, and you have to deal with the languages. So if I have some videos in French, I hope that maybe, I don't know, it won't stop people, because the words are just half messages. Like, you can see people's faces and how they react and stuff like that. And if you are French and you don't speak English and you want to see the video, I mean, my English is not that complicated. It's really easy, so it can be useful for you to try. I don't know. So that was the first thing. I think I also feel really anxious because I didn't see a single person that is not related to work, except for my boyfriend, for 2 weeks. And that's really long, and I think I need to see friends to talk about something else and to take news of everybody, and then, you know, like talk to someone else than a camera. And also, yeah, I think the main thing is I'm really stressed about, like, I'm not really good at managing time, and so right now I don't have enough answers from people I want to interview in Amsterdam, and it's in I leave in a week, and I don't have enough answers, but also I didn't send enough emails, I think, like, and so I'm really stressed that I won't have any interviews, so I don't have any content for the magazine, and I'm afraid that because I will go to Valencia after that, I didn't start my researches, and I'm afraid it will be the same, that I will be short in time and I won't have any answers and stuff like that. I'm really anxious about that. Like, what if I don't find anyone to talk to me about stuff? Like, I really want the expert view and the random people in the street also, but if I don't have the expert view, I don't know if the magazine will be as good as... I mean, I think I can find stuff, like do research without the interview, but it will be so much more interesting to have like really specialists that take the time to explain me stuff. And because all the experts are really focused on their field, the researchers really focus. And if I have the person that I can talk to, I can ask the question and start doing a link between different expertise, because they are human and they know stuff around their field, but in the scientific paper you can't write everything. But I also know that it's really easier when you are in the city to find people. So maybe, yeah, I need to trust the universe, kind of. No, trust my instincts, and like I know when I am surrounded with people, I can do really amazing stuff. Like, it's really easy for me to networking and to know I don't know how to say that. Like, when I find one person, I can easily find a friend of them or a colleague or stuff like that, and it's really easy for me to do networking stuff. And so that you can all see that you can only do it in person. So I try to not be that anxious, because I will be in Amsterdam for 2 weeks, and I did it on purpose to be able to do this kind of networking, because I think in 1 week I will see the whole city. But yeah, that's why I took 2 weeks. And also and also maybe if there is people that are not in Amsterdam or stuff like that, or I find them afterwards, maybe we can Skype or something like that. I won't have the proper pictures maybe, but I will figure out something. And if I have the interview, it can be afterwards, like by Skype, it can be nice. But yeah, I feel like I need to talk to people. Yeah, I think that's my main concerns. So at the beginning I thought like everything was different subject, but I think it will be like one vlog about anxiety and how I deal with it, because I don't know how to deal with it, but how I try to do. And so this morning I did several things. So the first thing I did was to write down everything was going on in my mind. Every time it's like, okay, I don't need it, I am thinking about what I am thinking, so I already know what is in my mind, and I forget why you write it down is beneficial, and every time I do it I'm like, ah yeah, that's what I needed. So I need to do it really like every day. And also I ask my friend like, okay, can we meet next week, because I feel like I need to see people please. And so we figure out a date and a neighborhood to go or something like that. And so I feel relieved about that. And I keep thinking about this, like not editing the videos and stuff like that, because I love, for example, I love Furry Little Peach. Go see her studio vlogs, it's amazing. Like everything is beautiful and her editing is so nice. And before I started the video I was like, yeah, I want to do that, because like her, it's so beautiful, and every let's say every little, I don't know, videos are so well edit, like the visual add to the content and it make it even more beautiful. So I was like, yeah, I want to do that, but doing the editing, it's not what I like. I mean, I enjoy watching others video, like really well edited, but I don't like doing it. And I feel like I'm not really a visual person, like I'm not creative in the way of create visuals. I'm more like, so I think my biggest quality is to know how to deal with ideas. I have a lot of ideas, I can connect things really quickly, and I can think outside the box and understand a lot of things. And I'm visual thinker, like when I think in my mind, I think with pictures. And I'm a visual, let's say, artist. I'm not, when you think about, like, I'm really good to catch details that nobody is looking at. Like, it's really easy for me to take pictures of people or details of some buildings and stuff like that, like, and also for the videos. But I feel like I'm better to catch what is already existent. Yeah? Okay. And I'm not really good to imagine stuff and put them in visuals. I don't know if it's clear or not, I have no idea. And yeah, when I started to, like when I was how do you call it? Fantasize? I have the fantasy, I have no idea how this word is. Fantasy? Fantasies? I don't know. When I thought I will do videos, I did, like, the representation I had was for illustrators, and illustrators are really good to create visuals, and I am not, or at least it's not what I want to improve. And so I have to deal with the disappointment of not doing that and being less, like, it's not as beautiful as I wanted, but I need to find the time. So now that I figure out that, I understood that, maybe it will be easier, and I will find my own style of filming, maybe. So for the preparation of the trip in Amsterdam, I think I already told you, like, I feel like I don't have enough answers and I didn't send enough emails and stuff like that for the preparation. But oh, the light is beautiful outside. And so I'm completely... Yes. And so what I was thinking about... Yeah, and during my anxiety crisis yesterday... okay, there is no light anymore. Okay. Because I know the way I think is I need to do things really good, because otherwise people won't like me. I know it's not a good way of thinking, but it's my oldest belief, I think. And so when I have like a really anxious situation, I think of what is the worst that can happen. And so for this trip, the worst that can happen to me is like I don't have any experts to interview, and I come back with or I don't know, just pictures or stuff like that. And that's kind of the worst that can happen. And I think I will probably be able to do interview of random people, because, you know, I just have to try the whole day long to have someone answer me. And so I thought, okay, I think I already told you that, I don't know. We can Skype or something like that afterwards. So even the worst thing that can happen I will not die. Nobody that I love will die. About, like, if my trip is a fail, no one will die and no one will care. Like, it's not a big deal. And it helped me to breathe. It just helped me to breathe, to know that no one will die if I don't get that the way I want.